Vishnupada Paramahansa Parivrajikacharya Ashtotarsuta Shri Srimad Divine Grace Abhay Charanaravindra Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Om Vishnupada Paramahansa Parivrajikacharya Ashtotarsuta Shri Srimad His Divine Grace Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj Srila Prabhupada Ki Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Samaveta Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Ki Nitai Gaur Premanande. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Shri Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. So reading from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Leela, chapter 10, text 51. Chikitsa kare na jare haya sadai Deharogo bhavarogo duita rakshai Chikitsa kare na jare haya sadai Deharogo bhavarogo duita rakshai Chikitsa kare na jare haya sada Deharogo bhavarogo duita rakshai. Yes. Chikitsa kare na jare haya sada Chikitsa kare na jare haya sada Deharoga bhavaroga duita rakshai Chikitsa kare na jare haya sada Deharoga bhavaroga duita rakshai Chikitsa kare na jare haya sada Deharoga bhavaroga duita rakshai. Vaishnavis. Chikitsa kare na jare hoya sada Deharoga bhavaroga duita rakshai. What one translation? Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Chikitsa, medical treatment. Karena, did. Jare, upon whom. Haya, becoming. Sadaya, merciful. Deharoga, the disease of the body. Bhavaroga, the disease of material existence. Dui, both. Tara, his. Kshaya, diminished. Translation. As Murari Gupta treated his patients by his mercy, both their bodily and spiritual diseases subsided. Purport. Murari Gupta could treat both bodily and spiritual disease because he was a physician by profession and a great devotee of the Lord in terms of spiritual advancement. This is an example of service to humanity. Everyone should know that there are two kinds of diseases in human society. One disease, which is called Adhyatmika or material disease, pertains to the body, but the main disease is spiritual. The living entity is eternal, but somehow or other, when in contact with the material energy, he is subjected to the repetition of birth, death, old age, and disease. The physicians of modern days should learn from Murari Gupta. Although the modern philanthropic physicians open gigantic hospitals, there are no hospitals to cure the material disease of the spirit soul. The Krishna consciousness movement has taken up the mission of curing this disease. But people are not very appreciative because they do not know what this disease is. A diseased person needs both proper medicine and a proper diet. And therefore the Krishna consciousness movement supplies materially stricken people with the medicine of the chanting of holy name or the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and the diet of prasadam. There are many hospitals and medical clinics to cure bodily disease, but there are no such hospitals to cure the material disease of the spirit soul. The centers of the Krishna consciousness movement are the only established hospitals that can cure man of birth, death, old age and disease. Srila Prabhupada ki. Amazing. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurum Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Shwa Padandikam Bandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpa Taru Vyasya Kripa Sindhu Vyevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnamebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Rama Rama Hare Hare. Mukam karoti vachalam pangum langhayate girim yat kripa tamaham bande Shri Guru Dinatarinam Shri Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Mishwaram. Hare Krishna. So this is a very special verse which explains about Srila Prabhupada's intention of creating our society. And Srila Prabhupada so prominently mentions that how we are also a hospital. So today, because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance, Gaur Purnima, is coming, we will discuss some stories from the past times of Murari Gupta and see how learn lessons of how Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, through the life story of Murari Gupta and his interactions with him, explained about what all different types of diseases are there for this material body, for the soul who is encased within this material body. So Murari Gupta was born in Srihatta, and he was a Vaidya by profession. And all of you know that Navadvip is the highest seat of learning, and mostly from all over different places of India and mostly Bangladesh, a lot of devotees shifted to Navadvip for their learning. So Murari Gupta was not an exception. So he shifted from Bangladesh, Srihatta. He was born in Srihatta there. He shifted to Navadvip. Murari is quite a bit senior to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And when Murari Gupta was studying under Gangadas Pandit, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was a small boy, Nimai, playing on the dust and the Brajraj of Navadip. So Murari would attend Gangadas Pandit's classes and he would go. And one day, and Nimai was extremely famous in Navadip to trouble everyone. And everyone would fear Nimai. So one day Murari, along with all his friends, and this is explained by Lochan Das Thakur in Chaitanya Mangal. So Murari collected a lot of his friends, and it was like post-class discussion, like we have post-class discussion, what the teacher taught and all those things. So Murari was going along with all his friends and he was discussing, and Murari was speaking about Patanjali Yoga Sutras. Murari was speaking about Jnana Yoga, and Nimai, who was playing on the dust, he looked at Murari, and Murari looked at Nimai, and Murari understood that something dangerous is going to happen. And Murari immediately overlooked Nimai and he started speaking about it. And Nimai said to his friends, come, here is the future Vaidya. Here is the future physician of Navadvip. Let's have fun with him. So Nimai collects all his friends and he goes behind Murari, and Murari is speaking about Jnana Yoga. And Murari is speaking, Jnana Yoga means that knowledge is the best. It's the goal of life. And then Nimai on behind would say in the same gesture, you know what? Jnana Yoga is the best. And all the friends of Murari would keep their hands on the mouth. And Murari is Hanuman. He is like incarnation of Lord Shiva. He was trying to keep himself completely numb. And then Murari quoted a verse from Bhagavad Gita, Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma. And then again, Nimai says, Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma. Like a monkey, and all the kids were giggling and laughing, all the people are giggling and laughing, and Murari became so enraged, but still he kept quiet. And again, Murari was speaking different subject matter, and Nimai would, with his hand gestures, with his wonderful speech, and try to enact what Murari was telling. And finally Murari said, who says this son of Jagannath Mishra is a very good child? This is a good child. Just see, making fun of such a great Brahmana. And then Nimai said, Murari, I'm not a good child. I will show you who is a good child. And then because Murari knew Nimai is so notorious, he can do anything. So his heart started pumping, dum. And then, today in the lunch, I will show you who is a good child. And then Murari leaves, Nimai leaves, and then Murari is not able to take lunch. He is just waiting when Nimai would come, but then he's feeling hungry. So he says, okay, let me take lunch. And as soon as Murari is with his plate and about to put his small morsel on his mouth, then Nimai decorates himself so nicely with his chuda. You know chuda? How many of you in childhood in Odisha and Bengal they put chuda? They put a chuda and beautiful banamala and put some scents and fragrance, and Nimai, just like a natavar, comes in front and says, Murari, I have come, Murari, I have come, Murari, like that. Murari's heart is pumping, and then Nimai sees Murari taking lunch, and Murari, oh, you are taking lunch? Okay, sit down, we will discuss later on. And then Murari feels relieved, okay, Nimai is in a good mood. And then Murari is about to put his hand on the plate and he just puts one morsel of rice in his mouth, and then Nimai immediately appears near the plate, opens up his dhoti and urinates on the plate. Just imagine someone does like this in ashram. Because you didn't give a Bhagavatam class properly. Nimai, Murari God gets up. Nimai, what you're doing? You are a son of Brahmana. This is what you're doing. What I am doing? Nimai said angrily. And what you are doing? You are a Brahmana? Brahmana is supposed to speak about devotional service to Vishnu. And you are speaking about Jnana. Jnana is supreme. If Jnana is supreme, then this, just like you are mixing the purpose of life and the goal of life with Jnana. The purpose of life is so nourishing, so special. Human form of life is so special. And because you are mixing it with Jnana, just like food is getting mixed with urine. Just very graphic. When Lord wants to teach. But thank God Lord didn't teach like this in Bhagavad Gita. And thank God He didn't teach to us like that. But we need to understand, this is the first disease all of us are having. The disease that we don't want to do devotional service, we don't want to practice spirituality, but we want to get the benefits of the spirituality. We don't want God in our life, we don't want to serve God in our life, but we want to get all the benefits of serving God. We don't want Ram in our life, we want Ramarajya in our life. We don't want the source of knowledge, Krishna, in our life, but we want all knowledge in our life. We don't want the source of prosperity in our life, but we want all prosperity in our life. So all these yogas, jnana, ashtanga, they, even if there is some element of Ishvara Pranidhana and all those things, but ultimately the goal of them is to actually use God to get benefits from God. And as devotees of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we must understand that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to preach about, enact about, so with example about the purest form of devotion to Krishna. And the disease, even if sometimes we may say, I'm practicing spiritual life, but we are diseased way practicing spiritual life. The Murari Gupta is Hanuman, and he knows that bhakti is supreme. But Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, through the life of Murari, he explained how, if we really want to advance in Krishna consciousness and please Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we need to understand how Prema Pumartha Mahan, the goal of life is to get love for Krishna. So, Murari Gupta was studying under Gangadas Pandit, and Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu joined the school, and in just few months and few days, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu excelled so much that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu joined Murari's classes. It's just like kindergarten student performing so well that the teacher is overwhelmed what to do with him because he's troubling the kindergarten student. The teacher puts him into class 10 batch. So Murari and Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they became batchmates. So the classes were like, there would be big hall and there will be small batches of different batches in different portions of the hall. Like that Gangadas Pandit used to teach. And Nimai Pandit, after the classes, he would engage in debate. And Murari would purposefully remain aloof from the debate. One day, Nimai said, actually all the students were such a great fan, maybe AC, of Nimai. They would flock around after the class to understand more about the subject matter, except Murari Gupta. Murari Gupta would take his books and go around while all the students would flock around Nimai and sit and discuss. One day, Nimai said, "Oh, look, some people they think that because they know little bit of Sandhi and all those things, they can understand what is Sanskrit. And they think that they don't require post-class discussions. You know, some people are fit to just collect some herbs, some trees, some roots, and some barks of the trees, and they're just fit to become doctors. They are not fit to come and join the class of our teacher, and they don't understand Sanskrit." And Murari was understanding whom Nimai was telling, and Murari was feeling really angry, really angry. Then Murari was composed, and Nimai said, "If you really are not a doctor, if you think you are a grammar student, come and debate with me." Nimai said. And Murari said, "I don't have time to waste by debating with you." Nimai said, "Because you are fearful of getting defeated by me." And all the students, they started clapping, and now Murari really got. He said, "Okay, speak about Sandhi." And then Nimai speaks about Sandhi. "Okay, speaks about Alankar." Nimai speaks about Alankar. And then whatever questions Murari asks, Nimai answers. And Murari was thinking, how do I defeat this boy? And then Murari speaks something. And then Nimai gets defeated. This for the first time, Nimai gets defeated by Murari. And then Nimai speaks something, Murari gets defeated. And all the students, by this time, after 10 minutes, they're not able to understand who is speaking what, who is getting defeated and who is not getting defeated. And then when Nimai sees that Murari is really defeating him, Nimai puts his hand on the heart of Murari, and a sudden stream of ecstasy Murari feels. Murari feels, why did I forget all the knowledge? What happened? And Nimai says, "Speak Murari, speak Murari." This is our power actually. We are so proud of our knowledge. But when Krishna is sitting within our heart, just switch off our knowledge, we forget everything. And Vrindavan Das Thakur says, Murari thinks, "Oh, why I'm feeling so nice? Why I'm feeling so nice?" That feeling of so nice makes him forget all grammar. And then Nimai says, tell Murari the meaning. Murari, you are defeated." Murari says, "I'm happy to be defeated, Nimai. I'm going home now." So in this way, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that how we can actually understand him and the goal of life is to actually get defeated by love with the Lord. And Vrindavan Das Thakur says that Nimai says to Murari that he has no requirement to learn grammar. And this is a disease. I go to so many people's house and they ask, "Swamiji, can you teach me grammar?" I said, "I don't know grammar." "You don't know grammar?" I said, "I don't know grammar." "Now how do you read Bhagavad Gita?" I said, "I read the translation." "Now, how can you just rely on the translation?" I said, "Why can't I rely on the translation? Srila Prabhupada has written the translation and I read, and that is the parampara." Now, without learning Sanskrit grammar, you can never understand Bhagavad Gita. I said, "I have understood." How can you say I have not understood? Then, Nana Swamiji, you have just little bit understood, but the real depth, So this lady, the real depth is hidden within the Sanskrit grammar. So sometimes in course of becoming a student of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna's illusory potency deludes us in such a way that you lose Bhagavad Gita, you lose bhakti, and you learn some Sanskrit from Bhagavad Gita. Many people have read Srila Prabhupada's book just to learn English. But Srila Prabhupada's devotion and devotional ecstasies in the book is so powerful, they became devotee and forgot English. That was Murari Vaidya. People go to Murari to get treated, and they forget their bhavarog, and they forget their rog, and they just become devotees of Krishna. That's what Srila Prabhupada was telling in the purport. So we must understand. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, though he is trying to comment on Murari, telling that, oh Murari, you do not have any role for reading grammar. But actually it is true. As devotees, we don't have to really, if we are blessed with that knowledge and acumen to learn grammar, it's very good. But we must understand the goal is not to learn grammar. Grammar is a language. If it can help, if English is just a language and grammar is, Sanskrit is also a language. The main reason for understanding Sanskrit is not to understand Sanskrit, is to actually understand how Krishna loves us and we love Krishna and how to serve Krishna. So Nimai Pandit, though he is trying to criticize Murari, but he is trying to tell a very important lesson, that the real essence of life is to learn devotion, which Murari has already. And Lord Chaitanya is telling that Murari, you already have devotion. Why you are wasting your time learning Sanskrit grammar? Right? And in this way, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, as you know the story, how he behaves like a scholar, defeating, debating, and all the Vaishnavas, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, after the Gangadas Pandit's classes, he would come to the bank of Ganges. All of his students would sit on the bank of Ganges, and it would look as if Krishna is sitting with all the Gopas in the bank of Yamuna. And all the devotees would sit little far off, Advaita, Gadadhar, and they would look the vision of Nimai, and you say, Gadadhar would say, I don't know why this Nimai has no interest in devotion, and I have no interest in anyone who is not having devotion, but I don't know why my heart simply beats so much for this Nimai. And then Advaita would say, yes, true, this Nimai looks so beautiful. I pray when this Nimai will become a devotee. And then Advaita says to all the devotees, all of you, I instruct you, please pray to Mother Ganga. And all the devotees would pray to Mother Ganga. Oh Mother Ganga, please, if you really wish so, please make Nimai a devotee of Krishna. And if Nimai becomes devotee of Krishna, Advaita said, I am fully convinced the whole world will become a devotee of Krishna. Shri Gauranga Mahaprabhu ki. So in this way, with all the prayers of all the Vaishnavas on the bank of Ganges, and Nimai would, one day, Nimai was trying to debate with someone, and Murari was coming with his books and all. And Murari saw, and Murari left. And then Nimai said, oh, my friends, why Murari was coming like this and Murari left? And the friend said, I think he has got some work. And then Nimai said, no, Murari is a devotee of Krishna. And as a devotee of Krishna, he doesn't want to waste his time debating like me. And then Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu shouted at Murari, Murari, wait Murari, I will tell you. one day I will become such a great devotee that Brahma and Shiva will come and knock my door to get my darshan. And Murari closed his ears and ran away. No, Vishnu, Vishnu, what this fellow is telling. Even in becoming devotee, he is having competition. So in this way, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nimai Pandit, he enacted his Padua Leela as a great scholarly student, and he goes to Gaya, meets Iswarapuri, gets initiated and comes back, and he's a transformed Nimai. Recently one of my school student called me and said, what happened? Like 25 years he has not, I have been searching you all around. I have been dreaming about you. And I have been searching. I said, which name you have been searching me? He said, my Karmi name. I am not finding you anywhere. And finally I got you. And you have become a Baba. I said, Look, I have no interest on talking with Babas, but because you have become a Baba, I want to talk with you. And then I said, Hare Krishna. And he said, Hare Krishna. So actually, Nimai, when he became a devotee, it was like the talk of the town in Nadia. Everyone was talking. Nimai became a devotee and he's crying and crying and crying like that. He was so absorbed. And really, all the devotees of Navadvip, they were so jubilant that Nimai has become a devotee. They were feeling so happy. Srivas Thakur started dancing, telling, let the family of Vaishnavas increase. And if you have visited Navadvip, there is Nimai's Janmasthan, and there is a small, patla, narrow road that goes to Murari's place, Murari's house, Murari's Sri Part, that goes, I don't know how many of you have gone to that place. So Lord Chaitanya's home and Murari Gupta's home and Srivas Thakur home were all very nearby. So one day, Lord Chaitanya was fully absorbed in chanting Krishna's name. So one day, as Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was walking on the road just near his house, he heard one person reciting the glories of Barahadev from Srimad Bhagavatam. And as the person was reciting, Baraha Sukta, Baraha prayers, Taba, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became so overwhelmed with ecstasy, and he started shouting, Sukara, 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 Sukara. And he started running from his house. And he ran inside Murari Gupta's house. And Murari Gupta was just sitting there offering his pujas to Lord Ram. And Lord Chaitanya shouted, Sukara, Sukara, Sukara. And Murari looked at Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He saw that there are 4 arms now. He is no Lord Chaitanya. He is now Vishnu. And he has got a snout. And immediately there was you have seen the pot here that we pujaris make constantly pot, big pot. So there was the pot, puja pot of Murari. Immediately Lord Chaitanya, who has got now a snout like Baraha, he took that pot and he raised that pot up and started shouting, Sukara, Sukara. And Murari was like overwhelmed and he fell down unconscious. And then Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu shouted at Murari, Murari, offer me prayers, offer me prayers. And Murari got up and folded his hands and said, Oh Lord, Ananta says cannot. Jai Shri Nitai Gauranga ki, Jai Srila Prabhupada ki. Ananta says cannot glorify you sufficiently. What power do I have to glorify you? Oh Lord, I cannot glorify you. Lord said, Murari, whatever you say, I love you so much that whatever you say becomes the most eloquent prayer. And then Lord said, Murari, Don't you see me now? And you are afraid of the Muslim soldiers? And you don't chant Hare Krishna Sankirtan? You don't participate in Sankirtan? I tell you, Murari, that whoever he may be, if he troubles the devotees of the Lord, even if he is my own son, I will come and I will kill him. And then Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says to Murari the story of Narakasur. How Narakasur is the son of Barahadev and Bhumi Devi, but he got contaminated because of association of Banasur. And then how, because he was troubling the Vaishnavas, Lord said, how I killed him. So Murari, don't fear. I am here in Navadvip, protecting everyone. Please join the Sankirtan movement. So this is a disease. We have so much of fear. Though we know that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityanand Prabhu is constantly accompanying us as preachers. Sometimes there is fear. This fear is actually a disease. Because it prevents us from wholeheartedly joining and serving in the Sankirtan movement. As brahmacharis, we have fear. Oh, what will happen to my parents? What will happen to my sisters and brothers? And what will happen to my family? As grihasthas, we have fear. Oh, if I don't earn sufficiently, what will happen to my family? We must understand, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is giving assurance to Murari to help us get rid of this disease of fear that prevents us from wholeheartedly. Just imagine the gopis, the Brahman Patnis, how fearless they were. They were ladies. So we must understand. Definitely this is the disease of learning Sanskrit, learning Gyan Yoga, Gyanis, and becoming very learned and not understanding that the essence of spirituality, essence of human form of life is to develop love for Krishna. This is a disease. But even if we are in the right path, even if we know that yes, the Sankirtan movement is the essence, still as devotees we are so feeling timid. And Maya is so powerful. They are convinced and we are confused. They are so convinced. They are roaring like lions. And we are with Lord Chaitanya, who is Chaitanya Simha with us. We have the power of entire cosmic creation with us. And we are like, oh, I think what will happen? We must understand that this fear to present ourselves as devotee, to present Krishna consciousness, is a disease because it prevents us from wholeheartedly submitting to Sankirtan movement of the Lord. Lord has come to spread the holy name. And Lord is pleased when we spread the holy name. And Lord would do anything to protect a person when he wants to spread the holy name. So we must really not think, oh, what will happen to my family? Lord would take care of our family more than his own family. Just like he took care of the family of all these devotees, Murari, Srivas. There is no instance of Murari going to some big hospital and joining Apollo. He was just a simple Vaidya. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu maintained him. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu maintained Srivas. Definitely we can't be foolish, but we must understand that this fear is a disease in the heart of a devotee which prevents the person from wholeheartedly surrendering to the Sankirtan movement of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We must understand Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is not an incarnation. He is the source of all incarnation. So we have the source of all incarnation telling us, go out, spread the holy name. I am there to protect you. Not just you, your entire family. Everyone will be protected and delivered if you simply submit to my instruction and spread my instruction all around. We see Srila Prabhupada, Lord Chaitanya, Nityananda gave so much of protection. Just imagine, old man going across the seas, not having any money. Srila Prabhupada's example is an example that how we should get rid of this disease of fear while spreading Sankirtan movement. And this example of Murari Gupta, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is showing us how we should become fearless in participating and in distributing the Sankirtan movement of the Lord. One day, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, you all know in the Mahaprakash Leela, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu displayed his special form to all his devotees. And then while dancing, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Murari, Murari, come Murari. And then Murari came and fell down at the feet of the Lord. And then Murari got up. He saw Lord is transformed into Lord Ramachandra. And then, Murari, do you see? What do you see? And Murari started crying. Murari, you see, I am Ram. And Murari, you see, here is Sita. Murari, you see. And immediately, Murari saw that Gadadhar has become Sita and Nityananda has become Lakshman. And Murari, do you know who are you? Look to yourself. And then Murari saw, and he saw his now. He is having a tail. He is able to shake his tail. And he's Hanuman. And then Lord Chaitanya says that Murari, you are Hanuman. And eternally, birth after birth, just eternally, birth after birth, I take service from you, Murari. Beg Murari, tell something, ask me some benediction. And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Murari said with folded hands that I just want to have the opportunity, the fortune to always sing your glories throughout my life. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu declared to everyone that listen, everyone, I tell you, Murari, the Lord Murari is hidden, Gupta, within the heart of Murari Gupta. That is the real purport of his name. And anyone who surrenders to Murari will get causelessly love for Krishna. And anyone who blasphemes Murari, anyone who offends Murari, even if he takes thousands and millions of bath in Ganges, even if he chants thousands and millions of rounds of Hare Krishna, he will never get my love. And I, as Narsingadev, I will come personally to rip apart whatever devotion he has in his heart. Hare Krishna. Very graphic. Lord Chaitanya would say very graphic statements. So Lord Narsingadev is actually the protector of our bhakti. But if we offend Vaishnavas, same Narsingadev, Lord Chaitanya is going to instruct Narsingadev. Lord Chaitanya is telling that if anyone offends Murari, anyone offends my devotee, I will, as Narsingadev, come and rip out all whatever little devotion he has in his heart for me. This is a disease. Trying to find faults, trying to criticize and offend Vaishnavas is a disease. And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, through this example, is instructing that Krishna is actually hidden in the hearts of all devotees. Srivas Angan. And Nityanand Prabhu used to stay in Srivas Thakur's house. Someday we will discuss about the wonderful pastimes that Nityananda had in the house of Srivas. So both of them were sitting, and Murari Gupta came in the house of Srivas, and Murari Gupta paid obeisances to Lord Chaitanya. And then he got up and he paid obeisances to Nityananda. And then Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Murari, Murari, you have done Maryada Vetikram. Murari could not understand what Maryada Vetikram he did. And Murari said, I just do everything from my heart, whatever you instruct me within. We should not imitate great soul. And then Lord Chaitanya said, okay Murari, come tomorrow, I will tell you what is within your heart. And then Murari goes back, and then Murari sleeps in the night, and in the dream he sees Lord Nityananda getting transformed into Balaramji, and above the head of Nityananda is the Ananta Ses, and Nityananda is holding a plough, and all the Gopas are glorifying him as Balaram. And he sees behind Nityananda Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with a chamar, doing chamar to Nityananda. And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, look Murari, I am the younger brother, I am the younger brother, I am the younger brother. And then Murari gets up and he shouts, Nityananda, Nityananda. And the wife who is sleeping beside said, what happened? There is some ghost that has attacked my husband, Actually, to become husband of Murari, we'll see ahead the stories. It really takes. Sometimes we think, oh, how nice it would be if we remain close to the pure devotees. It is not easy to handle pure devotees. We will really get burnt. So the wife said, whoa, my husband, what happened? My husband, what happened? And Murari was shouting, Nityananda, Nityananda, Nityananda. Like that whole night he was shouting. Morning he was shouting. While taking bath he was shouting. And after that he didn't do breakfast, nothing. He ran to again Srivas Thakur and found again Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda and Gadadhar sitting and eating something. And then immediately Murari first paid obeisances to Nityananda. And then Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, oh Murari, what happened? And he smiled, and Murari said, I understood. Right? You said, I am the younger brother, and now I have understood. And then Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu smiled. And when he smiled, and Murari said, I am simply acting according to your instruction given. And Lord Chaitanya, actually others were not able to understand what is happening. And then Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was eating something which Gadadhar Pandit had given. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took out from his lotus mouth whatever remnants he had, and he placed it on the hand of Murari. And Murari immediately took it. And then Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Murari, go and wash your hands. And Murari said, I have washed my hands. And Lord Chaitanya said, Murari, you are a Brahmana. You have taken Uchishta. You have got contaminated. Murari said, my body has become completely pure. And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was so happy, so happy. Immediately he started shouting, Murari, you have understood the essence. But there is a diseased sannyasi living in Varanasi. Though he is a sannyasi and you are just a grihastha, though he is in the highest order and you are just a grihastha, you have understood the essence that my body is completely pure. My body is not made of Maya. But this sannyasi Prakashananda, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was shouting so heavily. He thinks by learning some grammar and Sanskrit, by doing some word jugglery, he says that my body is contaminated by the modes of the nature.
And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu shouted, speaking so much critical about Prakasananda. Such people is going to go to hell by telling my body is impure. Murari, you have understood the essence of who am I. And then Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu shouted again and again, telling, Murari, I am telling you, because you have respected Nityananda, you have purchased me. I am your property. You can sell me anywhere you like. This is another disease. To consider the Archa Vigraha as ordinary. Arche Siladhi. Or to consider the body of Krishna as ordinary. Janma karma chame divyam. The Lord may show different types of pastimes which can be extremely bewildering. When Vishmadev attacked Lord, blood was pouring out from Lord's body. But we must understand these are all not blood like hemoglobin and ferritin and all those what we have. This Dibya blood. When Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was dancing, saliva was coming out of him. When he was dancing in Rath Yatra, saliva would come out and devotees would take that saliva and drink it. This takes a lot of faith. We must understand whatever comes out from the body of the Lord is completely pure. The sweat, the saliva, Lord's body is completely made with Satchidananda. And this is a disease to not understand this fact. And Murari Gupta, through his example as a Vaidya, is telling us that if you really want to get the mercy of the Lord, we need to get rid of this disease that Lord's body is made of the material elements. Whatever pastimes the Lord may do, whether it is pastimes in the Kurukshetra or the pastimes of Ras Leela, Lord is Divya always. Whatever age the Lord may have, whether it is as a small boy or as Virata Swarup showing to Arjuna, the Lord is having a divine Swarupa Satchidananda Vigraha. I'll just complete one story. This is a very nice story. Then Murari becomes so overwhelmed by getting the Mahaprasad of the Lord, he forgets everything. And just imagine, you get Mahaprasad like that directly from the mouth of the Lord. And then Murari comes home and the wife looks at, what happened to my husband? And Murari's eyes have got bulged out like this. And Murari is telling Krishna, Chaitanya, Nityananda, he was jumping. And wife is telling, Nath, please tell, what happened to you? What happened to you? What happened to you? And Murari is telling, I don't know. I think I need food. Give me lunch. And then immediately, this is what it takes to be a wife of a pure devotee. Then immediately the lady brings a plate of rice and brings some ghee. You know how the ghee is stored, a small patra for the ghee. And then Murari sees the rice and sees the ghee and puts entire ghee on the rice. The entire big bowl of ghee on the rice. And then mixes the rice and then he shouts, Krishna, take it. And then throws the rice. And then picks up again the rice, Krishna, eat it. And then throws the rice. And then again picks up the rice, Krishna, eat it. And then the wife gets bewildered, what is happening? And then the plate gets over. And then wife again puts more plate, more ghee, and he puts again ghee, mix it again, Krishna, eat it. By the time there is a big mound of rice lying, and the wife is binging again and again and laughing and smiling what my husband is doing. And finally, when the entire rice got over, his wife said, I have no rice now. And Murari came back to his consciousness, said, what I am doing? And his wife said, I also don't know. And then the wife cleaned all. By the time, because it's not on the floor, it's on the walls, it's on the roof. And that time there were no maids. You have to clean everything. And the wife cleans all the room and everything, all the floor, and feeds Murari. Murari goes for rest. And next day, early in the morning, there is knock in the door. And Murari opens the door, said, I have come for a medical treatment, Lord Chaitanya says. Murari said, what happened to you? My stomach is upset. And then Murari, just like any doctor, would say, what did you take, my Lord, yesterday? Lord Chaitanya punched his fist and said, what did you take? You tell me, what did you feed? You fed me so much of ghee, so much of ghee, so much of ghee, and what did you expect? My stomach is upset because of your ghee, Murari. Then Murari is bewildered. He's not able to remember what happened yesterday. And Murari is thinking, oh, I don't know what happened. You don't know? You feed me, you tell me, eat Krishna, and I come and eat, and look what has happened. And I know, Murari, though you are a Vaidya, I know, Murari, what solution is there. And then Lord Chaitanya picked up, there's a jhuta glass of, not a bowl where Murari used to take water from. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, this is what I learned. Now I have got a sutra for my stomach problems. It's good to read Chaitanya Bhagavat because it solves all problems. Lord Chaitanya said, I know, though you are a Vaidya, I know the solution. The cure for a diseased stomach is to drink a lot of water. But no other water, because your ghee has spoiled my stomach. Your water is going to cure my stomach. And then Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu picked up the jhuta glass, the bowl of patra in which Murari used to drink water, picked up and started drinking water from that, and Murari fell at the feet of Lord Chaitanya. Oh Lord, you'll take me to hell. This is contaminated, this is contaminated. And Lord Chaitanya said, I have become purified. My digestion is okay now. So Murari faints, and Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu manifests his beautiful form to give darshan to Murari. In this way, we must understand how the Lord loved Murari. The last story. One day, Lord was in his Vishnu form, was going here and there and shouting Vishnu, Vishnu, and then he started shouting Garuda, Garuda, and Murari immediately came, and Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu jumped on the back of Murari, and Murari took him all around the Srivas Angan, right? And all devotees were laughing and giggling and clapping. And Vrindavan Das Thakur says a very wonderful verse which we'll recite and we'll end. Dhanya Bhakta Murari Safala Vishnu Bhakti Viswambhara Lilara Bahane Jar Sakti. Oh, the greatly fortunate Murari, who is so fortunate that he actually took Viswambhar. Viswambhar is one who takes the entire burden of the world on himself. But Murari was so fortunate, because of his power of his love, he took Viswambhar on his shoulders. And because of that, Vrindavan Das Thakur says that he was the first person to write the biography of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And the last story, one day Murari reads from Ramayana and finds out how Lord Ram left Mother Sita and banished her to the forest. And Murari gets so disturbed. I just can't understand why my Lord did like this. I just can't understand why my Lord did like this. And because I'm feeling so bad and I'm trying to find faults in my character of my Lord, I must die. So Murari goes to an ironsmith, blacksmith, and gets a big chopper, sharpens it, and decides that tomorrow I will commit suicide by cutting myself. And he brings a chopper and hits it in his room. And the next day the Lord comes, and the Murari receives the Lord, offers prayers to the Lord, and then Lord comes, Murari, please come. And he says in the ear of Murari, I want the chopper. I said, what is the chopper? I don't know what is the chopper. Murari, I want the chopper. I am in your heart also. I don't know what you are speaking about. You are speaking all lies. Murari said, I am absolute truth. I am the Supreme Lord. I will speak a lie. And then Lord Chaitanya gets up, enters inside and opens the drawer and takes out the chopper and said, Murari, what is this? And Murari feels so embarrassed. And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu starts crying. And says, Murari, what fault did I do with you that you want to leave me? How will I live without you, Murari? So you must understand, if we really want to understand devotion, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, if anyone wants to understand the hidden secrets of devotion, he must serve you, Murari, because the bhakti is hidden in your heart. So we see how Murari, actually through his pastimes, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu demonstrated that how this disease of fear, disease of taking to jnana, Sanskrit and all those, the disease of not respecting the Guru Parampara and Nityananda Prabhu and thinking that I can reach to the Lord without Nityananda, the disease of trying to kill oneself because one cannot understand. So these are various diseases, and through these pastimes, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu showed Murari the real essence of devotion. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Shri Murari Vaidya ki, Shri Gauranga Mahaprabhu ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Nitai Gaur Premanande.